the site, we meet Mike Hawkins, who shot the original video here in Gulf Breeze, Florida.
It was going out like behind the trees there.
And it was out over the bay?
Yeah.
How far out do you think it was over the water?
It's hard to tell. It could have been as big as a blimp for all I could tell. It's hard to tell at night like that, but it was definitely going behind the distant trees. It could have been some kind of secret military project from Macon Air Force Base, some kind of drone. Maybe there was no people inside of it. And I always tend to believe it's got to be military, because your mind doesn't want to believe that it's aliens. Possibly the aliens have an agreement with the U.S. government that we're allowed to do whatever we want because there's nothing you can do about it. So we're going to have free reign over whatever we want to do, and you're going to like it. I have a hard time a lot of days even believing the alien agenda at all. But then other days I think, well, maybe it's plausible. I wish I would physically see an alien, then I would know.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that.
But not all UFOs look like the classic disc-shaped craft or cylindrical probe. UFOs have been photographed in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
I think the most interesting thing about this probe is the distinction in detail that you can see very clearly. But again, you can see the slight rotation of the craft. You can clearly see the silver highs and lows.
The cameraman, who wishes to remain anonymous, was camping overnight with a friend. When they awoke, this probe was observing their campsite. Both eyewitnesses said this probe was completely silent as it hovered over the water. At times, the craft approached the shore, but kept its distance from the campers. Both eyewitnesses said they experienced an eerie feeling, as if they were being watched.
You can clearly see the dynamic change in color and top. There seems to be some grating right there at the top as it slowly spins around. You can see some of the details on the craft as it kind of bobs in the air. This one here is one of the most detailed probe shots I've ever seen.
The probe continued to observe the campsite for about half an hour until it slowly moved out to sea. The United States isn't the only country where probes have been sighted. Like most typical saucer-shaped UFOs, probes have been videotaped and photographed in almost every country around the globe. In what may be one of the lengthiest close encounters ever recorded, a probe hovered over a neighborhood for 3 consecutive days. The local residents described this probe as completely silent, not making a sound as it hovered in the sky. Eyewitness accounts described the probe as having a searchlight that would turn on and off throughout the 3-day sighting. It took 2 days of repeated calls from the local residents to the sheriff's office before a deputy was sent to investigate. To this day, no record of the sighting is on file with the sheriff's office.
Now this is a very striking probe shot. You can see the probe slowly descend down to the water, and it seems to just hover right above the surface. You don't see any movement on the water. The craft is clearly right above. You can see a slight shadow down here. And then the craft slowly kind of rises up and departs the scene.